Last time on The King's Speech. Why do you break character in sketches I make for you?
Because you try to make me sound like an asshole.
Ricky, you've known me for years. I know you're a nice guy.
Well, what is it that makes you want me to talk like that?
For value and entertainment.
Well, what do you want me to say? Poo poo, pee pee, bum, boobies? Heiny?
No. I think you know what I want you to say.
Fine. I'll say it. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Good. There you go. How do you feel now?
Fan fucking tastic, you ginger fat ass.
Hey. Calm it down there, man. Jeez.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right, let's go record an episode.
About goddamn time.
Armageddon is almost upon us.
I got news for you. It's already here.
Hello, travelers. You are about to enter in a multiverse all about TV shows and movies. Welcome yourself into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. It's where we discuss news stories, deep dive discussions on topics, and enjoy some nostalgic entertainment as well. Now, here are your explorers, Mitch Workman and Ricky Palmer. Oh, man, we're back. Woohoo!
Yay!
All right, damn, Ricky, get the soap back in your mouth. Jeez, man.
Brought to you by Dawn Dish Soap. Or what is it? The one they used in the pomade is the one they used on Christmas Story.
Oh, hang on. Life Buoy soap.
Life Buoy Soap. I guess that should be our new sponsor this week.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that check. That's still another episode of sponsored, not sponsored, of Into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. We're back for another fantastic episode, Ricky.
Yeah,
this is the finale before the Oscars. Woo!
Yeah, I'm a little sad it's coming to the end, but stick with us, folks, because it's summer and spring movie season. Our next task.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. These next few weeks, oof, a lot of movies coming out. I mean, we just had Cocaine Bear last week. We've got Creed 3, got Shazam.
65 or 60. Is it 65 or 67?
Yeah, 65, or what I like to call Turok, Dinosaur Hunter.
Yeah,
if you played the video game.
Jurassic Park with Adam Driver.
As he marriage stories, punch holes, walls, those dinosaurs to death.
And then he has a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
His way.
Yeah. First off, let's thank Tony Lip for letting us borrow his 1963 Ford Galaxy 500. I know Dr. Don Shirley really enjoyed sitting in the back seat. It's kind of comfy back there, ain't it, Ricky?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I enjoyed it.
I mean, there's a little bit of chicken wing grease, but that's all right. We'll get that out.
Chicken wings, hot dogs in balloon.
Of course, if you don't know what we're talking about the car from The Green Book, another Academy Award-winning movie, which is really good if you have not seen that, people.
And we discussed this a few weeks back about surprise Oscar winners.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one for me. There was no hype to it. There was no how they have the favorite for Oscars. There was none of that for that movie, and it won. And I was
which cracks me up because it's directed by one of the Farrelly brothers, of course, of fame of Dumb and Dumber, Something About Mary. That's kind of the thing that cracks me up. One of the directors of those movies wrote and directed this movie. So.
And Mahershala Ali, I'm sorry I messed your name up, but he did a great job in that movie.
Mahershala Ali, aka our Blade, we're excited for. I think he actually also won the Oscar for this, if I remember right.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think he did. Don't quote me on it, but I believe he did win the Oscar that year.
Yeah, he did. He won for Best Supporting Actor. Of course, this won 3 Oscars at the 91st Oscar back in 2018. For Best Picture, of course, as we said, Best Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali, and Best Original Screenplay. So, not a bad movie. Check that out, people, if you haven't not seen it. It's really good. It's good. Feel good story.
Yeah, it is. It's something I think we still need, is because it's two different people coming together.
Yeah, from two different cultures.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Man. But no, we're here. It's our last episode for the Oscars. It's gonna be a kind of a Oscar-filled episode. So if you're sick of the Oscars, you might just want to come back next week. We don't want you to, but we want you to stay and listen. We like to hear your thoughts about the Oscars. I think one question I wanted to bring up to you, Ricky, we talked about off air.
Yeah.
I wanted to know for you, we love our Oscar movies. What is one Oscar movie that you never saw in theater that won for Best Picture that you would have loved to see in theaters? It could even be a movie that came out even before you're born.
Yes, I have one. It to me, it's a beloved movie that I've enjoyed a lot. I really have enjoyed it. It's from 1976, and it won 3 awards: Best Director, Best Picture, and Film Editing. It's Rocky, the original first Rocky. It's a story about an underdog boxer, Rocky Balboa, played by Sylvester Stallone. He was a street thug turned championship boxer after he was challenged by Apollo Creed. One of the reasons why I love this movie is that the Rocky character and Adrian, they're both like underdogs. They're both like you. The Adrian character was very shy, and I think they're called introverts nowadays, right, Mitch?
Yeah.
She was an introvert. She worked at a pet shop. It was just her and her brother Paulie, which played by Burt Young. Another phenomenal performance. I gotta say this, that like I'm a fan of the first two when he's still kind of the underdog, but as the series went on, I still love him, but I don't have the fondness for him because once he got famous, like in the third one, then it kind of started to go downhill because he loses his charm. The first one, I wish I could have seen it in theaters because I'm not exactly I'm not the most athletic or popular or fit or whatever. So I'm kind of an underdog myself, and so I could have seen myself in Rocky, and another great two more great performances in this is Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, and forgive me, Mitch, I don't remember the trainer's name for Apollo Creed, but he was really good. And a nod to Burgess Meredith.
You gotta hit him hard, Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky's trainer Mickey. That whole cast is just phenomenal. So yeah, what about you, Mitch? Did you ever? I know obviously you didn't see it in theaters, but have you at least seen the first one?
Yeah, I have. I've seen all 5 Rockies, and I saw the one that came right after Rocky Balboa. That's a good one too. The only ones I have not seen that I know you would be upset with me is the Creed movies. I want to because
they're good.
It's Michael B. Jordan. Come on.
It's Michael B. Jordan. And on this newest one, I think he's directing it.
Yeah, he is. He's directing the 3rd one. And it sounds like they're going to do a 4th one too. He says he's got stuff working up for a 4th one. So it's like, all right, cool. Let's, we'll see what happens. No, that's a good choice. Especially for Stallone, who he was up for Best Actor, but lost to, I think it was Paul Newman that year.
Yeah.
If people have not seen that, check it out. Good sports movie. It's the story of an underdog, and like it's one of its kind. I mean, you see underdog movies these days, but that was like the real first big one you would see.
Yeah, it was the first one before it became a
shtick for sports movies.
Yeah, it was one of the first. Because there had been other sports movies before that, like Cheers and things like that, but just it was the first of its kind. And the Stallone's charm, because he still hadn't been Rambo yet, but Stallone's charm of that character, and like he was an everyman, is what the saying is he wasn't the smartest, he wasn't the biggest, but he had that drive and that heart that he wanted to prove to people that he wasn't, that he was on par with Apollo Creed. And spoiler, he actually doesn't win. It's a draw.
Well, and I think that's what makes it even better too, is, you don't have the movie cliche of he's going to win. No, he didn't win.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the payoff later down the road, but to me, that's what I think is is what makes that movie so great and as the best picture, because it he didn't win, and he you know. And another thing too is I don't think people were as cynical back then as they are now. So even if he did win, I don't think that would have made a bigger deal in 76. But because now people are cynical and they've seen so many sports movies that they'd be like, oh yeah, he's gonna win and he's gonna beat Apollo. But I think now, I think you could still make that movie now. Me personally, obviously because they make the Creed movies, but if like Rocky came out today, I think it would be a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Good choice. I think the one I would pick that I know people are going to be like, really? That's kind of an odd choice, but I'm going to fill you in on why I would pick this movie. In Utah, we had in a city called Riverdale, which is kind of close to the city that I used to live in and Ricky lives in, Roy. It's more up in the Ogden area, if you don't know, with Utah. There was a movie theater that was called the Cinedome.
Okay.
Or what most people call the Titty Dome, because they look like two big tits. And didn't help that they had flagpoles sticking straight up, but
oh God, you're right. It's a car dealership. But
yeah, now it's a car dealership. But they had like the old fashioned like wide screen theaters,
Oh yeah.
I kind of wish this theater was around when Hateful Eight came out, because Tarantino filmed it in that style of the 70 millimeter theaters. Like that would have been a perfect theater to watch that in, because he was a fan of that old style of movies. The one movie I would have loved to see there, especially at the Cinedome or on a screen like that, Ben-Hur.
Okay, yeah,
really good movie. Of course, came won Best Picture, won like a lot of Oscars the year it came out. So it was nominated too. It almost did a full sweep of the Oscars for all the categories it was nominated in. But no, really good movie. Of course, telling the story of Ben-Hur, starring Charlton Heston. Really great movie. It really would have been fun to see on like a screen like that, huge. I think I would have enjoyed stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I would have enjoyed that too. Yeah, it is kind of long. By those standards, that was normal, and I'm sure it had an intermission in it.
Oh yeah, I had intermission, so you can definitely hit the snack bar, take a pee break.
Yeah, but I have never seen Ben-Hur, but that is one that yes, I would have liked to have seen that at that theater. Because isn't it like a I don't think they were called this back then, but wasn't it a film epic? Kind of like
like a religious epic film. Yeah,
like 10 Commandments. It was like a big spectacle.
Yeah, and just the horse carriage scene, that would be cool to see, But yeah, I know people are gonna be like, "Wow, that's a weird choice," but no, it's a really good movie. Check out Ben-Hur.
Well, I thought of another movie. I didn't tell you this off air, but Casablanca would have been another one.
Oh, my wife would love to see that in theaters. That's one of her favorite movies.
Yeah,
I actually watched that. I think last year, a year or 2 years ago, but really good. I think another one I would say too that I have not seen yet, but I would love to watch them is The Godfather. I think the first Godfather would be kind of fun to watch in theaters.
Funny you should say that because Adrian's in that too.
Yeah.
So she had her filmography kind of dipped a little after the Rocky series and the Godfather series.
Well,
but start your career out with 3 Godfather movies and 3 or 5 Rocky movies. It's like, damn, man, your career was made off of just 8 movies.
Yeah, especially when she was Vito's daughter, Don Corleone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That had an all-star cast too. You had Robert Duvall, Al Pacino, James Caan, Marlon Brando.
I just hear that they're long. That's why I haven't dipped into them yet.
This one's probably about maybe a little over 3 hours, but it's a good story. I would love to watch. So, but no, what are your guys' favorite? What's an Oscar-winning movie you would love to see in theaters that you never got a chance to? We'll probably put this on Facebook and see what people think, and we'd love to hear you guys' response. We also would love message us. You can message us on Facebook at Into the Multiverse of Entertainment Podcast. You can email us at intothemo@gmail.com. MOE, intothemo@gmail. I think that's a good way to start the show. Should we start going right at it?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been forced to watch a movie or TV show that made you go, "Please stop! I don't want to do this anymore!" Ah! Welcome to the Clockwork Assignment, where we force each other to watch something the other has not seen. All right, back for another round of Clockwork. We had some good movies last time to watch. I gave you a good one to watch, and you gave me a good one, and we're excited to see what the next one we're going to watch. But, Ricky, what was the one that I assigned you?
So I had the Banshees of Inisherin, which is up for Best Picture this year. It had Colin Farrell, Carrie Condon as his sister,
Siobhan. I love that name.
Colin Farrell was Podrick, and then Brendan Gleeson as his friend Colin Daughtry. Very funny movie. So basically, Podrick and Colin are good friends, and the way that your wife described this is it's like me and you as friends, and I was more the Podrick and the boring one, and you're the more exciting one like Colin. And I don't know what triggered it, but Colin was like, "We're done. We're not friends anymore."
Yeah, we'll call him.
Yeah, Colin. And Podrick's like, "Why? Like why? Like what did I do wrong?" And it's just the I'll dumb it down. So Colin wants more in life,
Mm-hmm.
and Podrick's more like me, just kind of go with the flow, and that's the way it is. His sister was very good in this movie, kind of trying to tell Podrick, okay, like just leave him alone. Like if he doesn't want to be bothered, like why put yourself through this, you know? And there's some graphic scenes in it that
Mm-hmm.
Holmes if you keep talking to me, I'm gonna do something drastic, and he does. Oh yeah, he did something very drastic that I would hope that our friendship, if we got to that point, we would at least not get to that point. But no, I'm at like 3.5 out of 4 stars. Um, or sorry, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I can see why it's in the running for Best Picture, and I can see why Colin Farrell was nominated for Best Actor. And they both, all three of the cast were. One was Best Actor, and then the other two, I think, are a supporting actor and actress. So
Yeah, and the funny thing is with this film, and I will tell people, it's the first time in 51 years since the 44th Academy Awards that both supporting actor and supporting actresses each featured double nominations for one film. In this case, with the Banshees, it was for Barry Corrigan and Brendan Gleeson for the Banshees of Inisherin. And then for Best Supporting Actress, it was Stephanie Hsu and Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. So kind of cool to see that.
yeah, and the scenic views are pretty cool too.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
It's a tiny island when it's one of those, tiny islands where everybody knows everybody type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, what I like about that island too, it just looks like a great place just to get away if you need to like clear your mind or just enjoy a nice view while you enjoy like a nice drink or read a book or just something relaxing,
Yeah, or you want a donkey to your house.
Hey, you leave that emotional support donkey alone. Jenny was a great donkey.
Yeah, actually, that's what you could have called it. But no, Mitch, thank you for that. It was a good one.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's a really good movie. So I'll talk about the one you gave me. Okay, first up, I just have to say I love this movie. And if you have not checked this out, please, people, check this out. It's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I like to think this is what Nicolas Cage thinks his life is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it stars Nicolas Cage as he plays a fictionalized version of himself who, he's going through a divorce. His daughter doesn't care about him, and he tries to get the attention of people. He tries to be, hey, everybody, look at me, look at me, look at me, as he's trying to find the next big role, while he's also fighting with his inner self of his Nicky Cage persona, which was just so goddamn hilarious.
Yeah.
in this movie, he's trying to make money, and his agent, played by Neil Patrick Harris, says, "Hey, I've got a guy who's willing to just pay pay $1 million if you just go hang out with him." And he's like, "Oh, all right, fine, I'll do it for the money, whatever." He figured, get in, get out. Cool, I got $1 million, so I can pay some debt.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought it was, but nope.
Of course, he arrives in the country, and he's nabbed by some CIA agents who are also following Javier Gutierrez, who's played by the lovely, fantastic, your daddy, my daddy, Pedro Pascal, who is a super fanboy of Nicolas Cage. And when we mean super fanboy, he's got a shrine of just wax figure, the golden guns he had from Face Off, just props for other movies that he did. And he just wants to hang out. He wants to kind of, hey, I have a screenplay. What do you think? The only thing is, Nicolas Cage is told that he is probably a billionaire drug lord.
Oh boy, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, so you have other people in this movie too. You have Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz, who play the CIA agents, and they're great too, and they're funny. But it's basically watch Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. Their chemistry is just so goddamn hilarious. I am the rating I have out of 5. I'm saying maybe 4.5. It's just funny.
Wow,
it's hilarious.
That's how I was.
Yeah, I loved it. It was just hilarious. When he's having the scenes where he's talking to himself are funny. There's a scene where he accidentally takes drugs and he's starting to pass out, so he's trying to fight the narcotics of passing out while he's trying to do something for the agents. It's hilarious. When him and Javier take the acid, and they're just paranoid, and they see guys maybe we should laugh at him, just laugh.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Mitch. It was funny when we saw it in theaters,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know what to expect when I seen it, because we were like, "Oh, we'll just give it a chance." But yeah, you rated it a lot higher than I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I didn't get a chance to go see it in theater, but there's just so much that came out around that time too. But check it out, people. It's fun to watch. I think you can watch it on Stars. If you have Stars and Hulu, you can watch that too, or just go rent it wherever you can. All right, Ricky, let's do one more Clockwork. And this is kind of an Oscar Clockwork assignment for both you and me.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a good one. This is one I've lent you a copy of my Blu-ray. It's not really streamed on anything right now, so you probably have to go rent it, people, or buy it, or but I will tell you, buy it. It's worth it. It's fun. It's great. Jojo Rabbit is written and directed by Taika Waititi, of course, of Thor Ragnarok, Hunt for the Wilder People, and What We Do in the Shadows. It tells a great story of a young German boy in the Hitler Youth, whose hero and imaginary friend is the country's dictator, is shocked to discover that his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their home.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's what this movie has a great cast. You have Scarlett Johansson, who plays the mom. You also have Taika Waititi, who plays the imaginary version of Adolf Hitler.
Oh God.
Yeah, you have Sam Rockwell, Rebel Wilson, Stephen Merchant, and I would just tell people, go watch this. It is just so hilarious. When this came out, I first saw the previews and I was like, I gotta see it. Taika playing imaginary Hitler. All right, I'm down. And when we saw this, I think the funny thing is, me and my wife were probably the only ones in the theater that were just laughing our ass off to this movie because it's just so funny.
Is that okay? So
it's not what you think. It is funny, but it is also sentimental. It has some dramatic parts, but it's just so damn good. And Taika Waititi's writing in this movie is so great, which won him an Oscar for this movie.
I do remember that. Yeah,
He won for Best Original Screenplay, or no, Best Adapted Screenplay. Sorry, but no, this movie was nominated for. Sorry, I'm just pulling up one more thing. This movie was nominated for 6 awards at the Oscars that year, of course, winning for Best Adapted Screenplay for Taika Waititi. It's just hilarious. It's a good movie. Scarlett Johansson is fantastic as the mom. She was also nominated for this movie as well, but she's just great in it. And it's a good story of just what war would look like through a kid's eyes from that side of the field of, you're told your whole life that Jews are bad and Nazis are the supreme people. So, of course, he's a kid that, and he finds out there's a Jew, he's like, oh, there's a Jew girl, thinking, oh God, they speak Satanism and and they're the devil. It's funny because it's from a kid's view. But I love this. I want you to check this out. It's Jojo Rabbit. Please enjoy.
Yes, I'm sure I will. It's with the cast that you said, I should enjoy it. So for mine, okay, so the one that I have for you is on Netflix. It's called The Aviator. It's from 2004. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Howard Hughes, Kate Blanchett as Katharine Hepburn, Kate Beckinsale as Ava Gardner, and it's got an all-star cast. It's got John C. Reilly, Alec Baldwin, Gwen Stefani, Alan Alda, Jude Law, and Mitch Corkman. But no, it's basically the story of Leon as Howard Hughes. He's a billionaire director and a successful public figure in old Hollywood back in the 1920s, and has love affairs with Hepburn and Ava Gardner. And he's an avid aviator and a pioneer in building TWA, which you might have heard of. But where the movie gets really good and where I think DiCaprio gets his, I think he won that year, right, for this? Or he was at least nominated.
He was nominated. DiCaprio was nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah, the best part of this movie is when Howard Hughes himself goes crazy. And that's why I think DiCaprio does such a good job portraying that, because he doesn't want no one to touch him and everybody has germs, and he's very tries to keep himself to just himself. He doesn't want any visitors and he goes mentally crazy. It's a great movie. I don't remember much because I only saw it the one time in 2004, but I would highly suggest it to anybody, especially if you're a fan of DiCaprio's, his performances. And Kate Blanchett, who's up for Best Actress this year in Tar, her performance in that Aviator was really good too.
Yeah, I won her Best Actress or Supporting Actress that year.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll definitely have to check that out. I'm kind of sad I never got a chance to saw it in theaters, but I've heard great stuff about it, so I'll definitely check that out. And that, my friend, is Clockwork Assignment. The nominees have been picked, the outfits have been ordered, and the Oscars are being polished. Join us now as we discuss this year's nominees. Welcome to Oscar Watch. All right, for the last time, we've got an Oscar Watch for you, ladies and gentlemen. Got some good movies to talk about. I know you got a good one. I got a good one. I'm going to start that off if that's okay. Just a reminder, everybody, Oscars this Sunday. Final warning, this Sunday. And tomorrow, when this comes out, is the final day of voting. So hopefully maybe we might, when we do our Oscar picks later, might, tip the votes maybe a little bit to lean towards something maybe, people listen to this podcast. But
yeah,
we'll see. I'm going to start off with a good one. I just watched actually a couple weeks ago. The Fableman. Legendary director Steven Spielberg, Senior Spielbergo, brings to the big screen a semi-autobiographical film about his life as a child wanting to make films. The Fablemans tell the story of a Jewish family in the 1950s. It follows the life of young Sammy Fableman. After one night of his parents taking him out to go see the greatest show on earth, Sammy decides he wants to recreate the train wreck scene in the film. His mother, Mitzi, played by Michelle Williams, decides, all right, I'll help you film it, and then you can watch it over and over again instead of destroying your trains over and over again. Soon he starts to get into more filming stuff. Soon the family moves to Arizona, and Sammy starts to get more involved in his film movies with Boy Scouts that he's in with his scout troop, and starts showing him to friends and family, and he's starting to get really good at it. After editing one of his films while on a camping trip, he noticed a secret he didn't notice about his family. The Fablemans are nominated for 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Actress for Michelle Williams, Best Director for Steven Spielberg, and Best Supporting Actor for Judd Hirsch, making him the second oldest actor to be nominated for an Oscar behind Christopher Plummer. I'm going to go off and say that you should definitely check this out, Ricky. I think you might like it. It's really good. It's a good movie. I could tell Spielberg put his heart into this because it's kind of like a love letter to his life. The thing with Judd Hirsch, okay, he's fantastic in it, and he's only for like 10 minutes of the movie tops.
Oh God, what? That's wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, because he plays like Sammy's great uncle. That he was, he was in movies, and he also was in the circus, and just telling him about entertainment and movie, and just kind of you got to do what you love to do. You got, trying to give him the inspiration to keep doing what you love. Do it. Don't give up.
The one question I have for you, and you don't have to give this away yet because I know we're going to talk about it here in a second. Do you think that it's Oscar bait? Because I know Oscar likes to pick movies that are about old Hollywood and things like that. Do you think that's going to tip the scales any, Mitch?
I don't think so, because it wasn't really like a ode to Hollywood. It was just about a kid who wanted to just love his hobby and just wanted to make movies and loved editing. And the thing I loved in this too is like when you see him make these movies with like the scout troops, his family, like his ideas of props or production, like to like say he did one where they were doing like a war one with friends, and to make like a grenade explosion, he put like a board and put like dirt on the board, and you kick the board to make the dirt fly up to make it look like the explosion's blowing up from behind you.
Oh yeah,
like kind of like little props and little cool production, like because back then you didn't have computers, so or some cool genius ways you could make it look like an explosion or make it look like someone got shot or a different lighting effect. But no, it's really good. I'm about maybe 3.5 or 4. It's really good. I liked it, and I could see this. I really lean toward one category, which we will talk about later with our Oscar pick. But I would say check this out. It's a good movie, everybody.
I'm planning on it. Like I mentioned in last week's episode, I've been waiting for it to be free. Sorry, I'm a cheapskate, but I'm surprised it's not on. Is it a Paramount movie or a Fox or a?
I'm surprised because it's a Universal movie, and you figure it'd be on Peacock, but no.
Maybe they're waiting to see how it does at the Oscars.
Yeah, give it a couple weeks. I can probably see it be on Peacock around the Oscar time. So,
yeah. No, good, great. That is great, Mitch. The one that I have is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Its Oscar nominations are Best Supporting Actress, which is Angela Bassett, Best Song, Best Costume Design, Best Visual Effects, Best makeup and hair effects, and that's it. So that's like 5. I knew about the Best Supporting Actress and the Best Song, but I did not know about the visual effects and the makeup. But yeah, so that's about 5 or 6 nominations. It's a story of Wakanda that's dealing with the aftermath of T'Challa's death, and then a new villain comes into play that is threatening them and their way of life in Wakanda. We've talked about the movie before, and the reason I'm bringing it up though is more for Angela Bassett's performance. And like you always say, you pay for what you get, and he was good. And the whole cast was, but hers, and I hopefully nobody judges me the wrong way for saying this. When I watched the movie, it made me think that T'Challa was her real son that died.
Yeah.
Like emotions in it is so gut wrenching and hard because she's doing, and there's a scene where like one of the people of Wakanda kind of say, I've sacrificed a lot. And then she goes, well, what about me? I've lost this, I've lost that. And like her emotions in just that scene alone should win her the Oscar, because she, and no offense to the other contestants for best Best Supporting Actress, but goddamn, like she was really good.
Mm-hmm. No, I really think it's got a good chance of winning Best Supporting Actress with Angela Bassett. She like
I
we
think it could get the costumes too. Sorry, Mitch.
yeah, I could see that too. The costumes were beautiful. And it did win for the first movie for her costumes and production design, so why not go for it again? I feel like with Angela Bassett, she's got a good chance of winning. I mean, there's still some great other people that are nominated for that category, but I think we'll probably talk about it a little bit later with our Oscar picks. But
Yeah,
no, just a fantastic movie that I really want people to go see. It's
and
really
it should
good.
be on Disney Plus, I think. By
Yeah,
now.
you can watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I
it's
could
on
really
Disney.
see it win for like the best costume design. It had great. Ruth Carter is just a fantastic costume design maker. She won for the first Black Panther, and I could probably see her win again for this one. So, and that's our final Oscar watch, man. Oof. The Oscars. We decided, me and Ricky, we're gonna do some Oscar picks. We're gonna take just 6 categories. We're not gonna take them all because then we would have been here for a whole episode. So
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about the Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. And I'll run down the actors and their films that they're nominated for, and we'll make our picks on who we think's gonna win. Let's start with the supporting, shall we? Let's go with the supporting actresses. Of course, our people in the category this year, fantastic, wonderful women. We have, of course, as we just said a little bit ago, Angela Bassett for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We have Hong Shou for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Ricky, who is your pick for Best Supporting Actress?
I picked Angela Bassett for that
Mhm.
one. No need to go into it that much, but I want to preface this. All 6 of these were hard for me to pick. Well, maybe 5. There's one I won't get to it. One that I'm like, it's a done deal, but they were all hard because even though I haven't seen all these movies, between you and from what I've heard from people in the industry, like they're all of these were hard for me to pick. They were all great performances, but for the first one, I have Angela Bassett winning.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you there. I think, like we said before, you pay for Angela Bassett, you're going to get the whole Angela Bassett. Just fantastic actress and hashtag my storm. I will always say that.
Yeah.
The other people in this category, Carrie Condon, she was very fantastic as Siobhan in The Banshees, and Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Hsu were also great in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But I feel like Marvel, you're going to get your first acting Academy Award, and it's going to be with Angela Bassett. So I think we'll both take an Angela Bassett. All right, next one we're gonna is Best Supporting Actor. Good people in this category. We've got Brendan Gleeson from The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fableman, Barry Corrigan for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm going to say this. This was a tough one for me because I've not seen Brian Tyree Henry's performance in Causeway. It's on Apple TV. I should probably check it out, but just trying to find time. And I love Brian Tyree Henry. He's a fantastic actor. Of course, from Atlanta and Spider-Verse and Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Brandon Gleeson and Barry Corrigan were fantastic, both in their roles. Gleeson as calm, I just want to be more with the in crowd and people who believe in the same hobbies I love. Played it great. And Barry was fantastic as Dominic, a sad, tragic character who you just felt for him too. It's like, he's just a guy that his dad's abusive to him, and he had a crush on Siobhan, and when Siobhan broke his heart, it was just tough. But
Yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, but he was great in it too. Uh, Judd Hirsch, like I said, he's only in the movie for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And he was fantastic. And I love Judd Hirsch. He's a fantastic actor. But I gotta go with Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. He is the heart of that movie. If you don't have him, that movie probably would have been an all right movie. Or even if you cast somebody else, it still would have been an all right movie. Ke Huy Quan was just so damn good, playing these different characters in this movie. And he was just perfect. He was the husband that wanted to divorce his wife because he wanted her to be happy. He felt like he's the reason his wife's in the hole that she's in right now. And he loves her. And it's that phrase of, if you love something, you let them go. And that's why I'm picking Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah, so this one was one that I didn't before I watched Banshees, I was like, it's gonna be Ke Huy Quan. And I didn't change it. He was a given, because like everything that you've said is true. Like he is the heart, and he is a good person. Like deep down, that character is a good person. And he reminds me of like, okay, I've never been married, but I think if I was a husband, I would be like him. And that line when he said, "All I've ever wanted to do is do laundry and taxes with you," that's the way that I would be. And I would sacrifice, like he made some mistakes. Like he was not the perfect husband, but he meant well. Like his mistakes were meaning well mistakes, and he did everything he could to make his wife happy. And I think as a redemption story, I would love to see him win best supporting actor.
Definitely. So I think we're kind of both the same on the supporting actor and actress. So let's move into the actor actresses category. Let's start with actresses. We'll run down the list here. We've got Cate Blanchett for Tar, Anna de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough to Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fableman, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Ricky, who do you got for your pick?
Michelle Yeoh. I like Cate Blanchett, but Tar was Tar. Okay, her performance was great. So I wouldn't be surprised if she won it, but Michelle Yeoh, like her performance in that movie, as the mom, and the I know Sierra likes to bring it up, the conflict between the mother and the daughter.
Yeah, generational trauma.
Yeah, and just how she portrays everything, and how she too was trying her best, and and she just wanted a better life, But whoever that gentleman was that told her she needs to retire, if she wins, she needs to tell him to shove it up there, what. But I haven't seen The Fableman, so I can't really comment on Michelle Williams, but I know she's a great actress. So I'm this one I wasn't torn at all. It was an easy pick.
Okay. I like that. Good choice. This is where I kind of was torn back and forth. I was kind of going back and forth of, I really love Michelle Yeoh. She's a fantastic actress. And, she's a veteran. She's been around forever. But I also looked at Cate Blanchett with Tar. Now, Tar was not my favorite of the movies nominated for Best Picture. But the one thing with Cate Blanchett is if you took her out of that movie, it would have been something different. I think Cate Blanchett really stepped up and really performed. And it's that last hour of the movie where you see her downfall really kick in of, cancel culture. What do I do? I've lost my wife. I've lost my child. I've lost basically my job. what do I do to start over? What do I do to go back to where I was and not let fame take over me?
Yeah, see right there. See, now you've talked me into. I mean, now you've like talked me into her. So, I mean, I'm not gonna change mine, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a tough choice.
Yeah. So that's why my heart wants it to be Michelle Yeoh, but if I'm a betting man, I have to give it to Kate Blanchett just for at least that last hour of the movie with her.
Yeah.
So I know it's a tough choice.
I wouldn't be sad if she won.
No, I
I also
wouldn't.
like redemption stories
Yeah,
myself,
but no, it's yeah. So you've got Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I've got Kate Blanchett for Tar. All right, this is the next one that's really tough for me, and I don't know if this was tough for
this
you.
one was tough too.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the best actor. We got Austin Butler in Elvis, Colin Farrell for the Banshees of Inisherin, Brandon Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nye for Living. Not the science guy, Ricky. This one, I feel like it's a three-person race. Brandon Fraser won at the Critics' Choice Award, and Austin Butler won at the Golden Globes and the BAFTA for Best Actor. And I feel like Colin Farrell somehow is due too, because he was fantastic in The Banshees, of just basically a guy that's going through a mental breakdown of why does my friend not want to talk to me? What the hell's going on? What did I do? It's a tough one for me on this category. I'm leaning really toward Austin Butler. We've discussed this in the past where, you had Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, you had Taron Egerton as Elton John. They were fantastic as those performers, and they made you believe they were those performers. But Austin Butler did something different to those two. He was Elvis, talking, singing, dancing, swagger, everything. When they had scenes where they would cut him and cut to the real Elvis, you couldn't tell what was the difference. Like, who's who? I have to go Austin Butler. What about you, Ricky? What's your choice?
So I didn't even I had it as a 2-horse race.
Okay.
Colin Farrell, like you said, is due. His role in Banshees, he was awesome, great. If he wins, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm also with you on Austin Butler. Uh, Elvis was a movie that you suggested that I watch,
Yeah.
and I agree with you. He did such a great job, and the committee, like you said, Remy Malik one is Freddie Mercury, and I think he's just a tad bit better, as Elvis, and so he's my pick. I have not seen The Whale. I'm a little nervous to watch it, but
yeah. Yeah.
but if Brendan Fraser wins, he wins, but I would hope that it's either Austin Butler or Colin Farrell myself.
So who's your pick for best actor?
Oh, Austin Butler. Sorry.
Butler. Okay.
I stuck with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, like I said, it's a close race this year, I think. I think that's gonna be the surprise to see who wins. Out of all the categories, that's the one category that's gonna be the surprise to watch.
Yeah, because I think the rest of these are okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the rest of these are almost kind of shoe-ins, but like I said, anything can happen. But I feel like with the best actor, now these 6 categories we're talking about, I feel like best actor is the one where it's too close to call.
Yeah.
All right. Second to last category we'll go with best director. Of course, these are the guys behind the camera, decides what looks good, what needs to be cut, what looks great, and how to make.
Yeah, Mitch, you're the director of this show.
Yeah, I gotta make Ricky look good. It's hard work, people. God damn it.
Yes, it is hard work if you've seen me, folks.
Of course, for the best directors, we have Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schreiner for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg. I keep wanting to say Senior Spielbergo. Damn it. We gotta stop that, Ricky.
Hey.
Yeah, we gotta stop saying that because we love Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Damn you, Simpsons. Steven Spielberg for The Fableman, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Ostlund for Triangle of Sadness. Ricky, who do you got for best director?
I'm gonna play the Academy here, and I think it's gonna be Steven Spielberg.
Okay.
Um, uh, the movie, the Everything Everywhere All at Once, it was phenomenal. So if they win it for Best Director, I wouldn't be surprised. Same with Banshees, another good movie. Um, but I really think it's going to be Steven Spielberg. Like you said, he put his heart and soul into it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure the Academy's going to see that. And I know he's probably won at least one or two Oscars, but I really this was a tough choice, but I decided to go with Steven Spielberg.
Okay. I like that choice. That's a good choice. This one I've kind of been going back and forth on three people. Spielberg, for one. You know, you can tell he really did put his heart and soul into The Fableman, kind of telling somewhat of a semi-autobiography of himself, but great storytelling. Daniel Kwan, Daniel Schreiner for Everything Everywhere All at Once. For this being your second movie ever for these two guys, second movie, and you're nominated for Best Picture and Best Director, says a lot for these guys. I think they've got a lot of things to come in the future. I don't know if they'll get the win, but I would love to. And Mark McDonald, I love him. He's a fantastic director. If you've not seen Three Billboards Out Missouri, Seven Psychopaths, or In Bruges, go watch his work. He is fantastic. He's my pick to win Best Original Screenplay. So Ireland, you're winning a second straight year of an Oscar for Best Screenplay next to Kenneth Branagh. But I'm really kind of agreeing with you. I feel like it's going to be Spielberg, just legendary director. And I think for a guy that puts his heart into something that means so much to him, you can tell in this movie he loved to tell his story of his life in a way. And it's just great. So, yeah, I think I'm with you. We're going to go Steven Spielberg on this. This is the one where we hope the Academy gets right, maybe, hopefully. We don't know. They've been somewhat on a good streak, maybe, somewhat. So, of course, we're going to talk about the Best Picture. We got 10 films to talk about. 10. Yes, we got 10 food items, too, at the party. We'll enjoy. We're going to start with All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle Sadness, and Women Talking. I don't know, Ricky, but I know my heart, and I love my heart, and it's got to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know we've given this movie so much praise, so much talk, so much love.
It means it means it's not gonna win. Sorry.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know. Because I will say last year, my favorite movie of the ones last year was Coda. And I was thinking it's gonna be Way of the Dog. And it was Coda. The Academy actually got it right. And I was like, holy shit. Well, the Academy got it right how I thought, I should say.
No, I think they did. Because I seen it after the Oscars, because they did a re-release.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I think that, like, we've gave praise to Everything All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Top Gun, don't get me wrong. That one, I mean, I would not be sad if Top Gun won. I would not be sad if the Banshees won. I would not be sad if the Fableman won. But yeah, it's got to be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they don't. And they're not going to clean sweep everything.
No,
no, they're not. But I usually there's like usually if you get like the best actress or best supporting actress, you usually are a shoe-in for best picture.
Yeah.
Like if you win that, I mean, like if you have the best actress or one or the other, you're usually a shoe-in for best picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually that kind of goes hand in hand. But and that's why I kind of picked Steven Spielberg too, is I think that he'll win director because Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win best picture.
Yeah. Kind of like last year where Jane Compton won for The Way of the Dog for best director, and then Coda won for best picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like right now, it's not just my heart, but it's what I think. If I was a betting man, I would put on Everything. Everywhere All at Once because it's just such a goddamn good movie. I know we've given it praise. I know you people are tired of us talking about it over and over again. We'll probably talk about it one more time on the next episode, and then we can stop talking about it for a while.
Whether it wins or not, because if they come out and it's Avatar, Way of the Water, oh, you are gonna have
I'll be like, what the fuck?
well, we're gonna have a Will Smith moment if and please, I'm begging you, please. I don't want that. I just want funny. I don't want
But no, those are our picks. So let's write it down again. So best supporting actress. We both got Angela Bassett for Black Panther.
Yep.
Best supporting actor, we both got Ke Huy Quan for Everything. Best actress, I've got Cate Blanchett for Tar, and you've got Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere. Best actor, we both picked Austin Butler for Elvis. Best director, I think we both agreed on Steven Spielberg for The Fabelman. And we both agreed on Everything Everywhere All at Once winning Best Picture. So I think it's going to be excited to see who's going to get the win in this competition, Ricky, with the Best Actress.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, and I kind of knew going into this, I think by the way that we have both discussed these movies over the last, month and a half, I figured we'd be pretty similar on most of them.
Yeah. So, no, I think that sounds like a good way to do our Oscar bets. What are your guys' picks for the Oscars? I think we're gonna try to do a live stream on that day. I think we'll let you know on Facebook. And
yeah, we did it last year, and I thought it was pretty successful.
Yeah, except for the slapping moment, but that's different. Yeah. So, but yeah, we will definitely be up and ready on this for this Sunday, March 12th, live on ABC, Sunday, March 12th, with Jimmy Kimmel as host. So definitely check it out and see what we think, see if we're right or wrong.
Uh-oh, we're coming to the end. See? This is a big ending. Wait! Where are you going?
Oh, thank you, Mel Brooks. Yes, I know. We gotta get people to wait. There's more. We're not done yet. We're at the end, folks. I know Ricky's probably like, I gotta pee, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. There is more.
Wait, there's more. It's just the end. We've reached the end. We gotta give her little goodbyes and whatnots, and we gotta give the Tony Lip back his car. I guess he's gotta drive Dr. Shirley around more.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's a nice car. I mean, we were glad to fill up the tank for him, and we got those chicken wing stains they left behind for us. So, it's all good.
Yeah, we cleaned that up.
Yeah. I'm really excited to hang out with you this coming Sunday, Ricky.
I am too, Mitch. Ian, props to you and Sierra and your whole family for putting on the Oscar party. I enjoy it every year. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's and it's fun because we like what if it's someone that we didn't think we'd win is like, oh my god. And we love the in memoriam and we love the musical performances and all that stuff. So if you have time, try to catch the Oscars. If you can't catch it, maybe catch our live stream, and our instant reactions to who wins and who doesn't.
Yeah. Should be a fun time though. I mean, we'll have a good time to talk about it. But we'll be live this Sunday. We'll record, have our thoughts on it, have a good time, eat the food that we're going to have. We're going to have some fantastic food. I want to thank my wife and our good friend Elise. She's bringing a good vegan food for Women Talking, some Impossible meatballs. So I'm kind of excited to try those out. We're gonna go get fit in our suits and tuxes and find a good bow tie to wear for Sunday, and we'll see y'all then. And we can't wait to hear what y'all think about the movies. As always, my name is Mitch Workman. This is Ricky Palmer. And you can follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts from for fun times. Comment or message us at Facebook at Into the Multiverse of Entertainment Podcast. Also, you can email us at intothemo@gmail.com if you have any comments, suggestions, anything you want to talk about. We'll be glad to talk about it. So let's get out of here, Ricky. Let's go get fit in our tuxes.
Sounds good.
All
I'm
right.
on my way to the store.
All right. As always, safe travels.
And safe entertaining yourself.
Hey you, thanks for sticking through and listening into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. If you are a fan of this podcast and like what you heard, be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast from to be notified for new episodes. Please leave us feedback or suggestions for future episodes. And as always, safe travels and safe entertaining yourself.